Hello, and I thought I'd do a short little video on my new Smarter Tools 3500 watt generator. I've already got it unboxed. I had to hook up the battery, a couple 10 millimeters. I didn't need a whole lot of tools, just a wrench, vice grips, screwdriver, not a whole lot. You do have to take out this one little rubber protection piece that sits up underneath there. It's got a little tag that tells you to remove it. And then you also got this one, which, by the way, I looked through these instructions here, and nowhere in the installation does it say anything about, well, actually it does. I just found it funny. I looked earlier and couldn't find it, but you have to remove this piece right here. It actually bolts right up underneath there, goes through a hole there. It has a nut and bolt that goes through there, which that's this piece here. It goes down through there. And both, you have to remove that one. That's just shipping stuff. You know, look at that. I got my finger on greasy now. Anyway, just kind of, hopefully this is pretty steady. I'm just holding the GoPro, so nothing but kind of get you a good full view of it. Got your voltmeter, got DC 12 volts, 8 amps out. There's your circuit breakers. Got 220 volt plugs, 25 amps total between the two of them, which if you do 120 volts times 25 amps, you end up with 3,500 watts. It's a 3,500 watt generator, but it's 3,000 constant amps. So basically 25 amps total, which is sure enough to run your refrigerator, some TVs. If you've got natural gas, you can run your furnace blower. There's your choke. Actually, let me see if I can get this around a little bit better. So there's your pull start, muffler. It's got the spark arrestor. I guess that's part of the California emissions. It's got a fuel gauge on top. I actually just put a little bit of fuel in it because I just wanted to do a first start here. See how she starts first time, and I brought my voltmeter out and kind of checked the voltage, see what it looks like, and it actually will do a frequency too, so I can see what the hertz is on it. Anyway, be too boring. It's got an hour meter on it. By the way, this is the electric start one, which I got a really good deal. I feel like I got it from Costco. It took about 6 days to get it shipped to my house. It with shipping and everything was just a little bit over $300, which for an electric start generator I thought was a really good deal. I'm kind of curious to see how loud it is, but anyway, let's get started on this first start. I don't really have a way to hold it, so we'll just go this way. Okay, let's get going on this first start here. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I think I'm gonna go ahead and hook my voltmeter up. Sorry, I know this is bouncing all over. This is probably not the best way to do it, but can I show you? Get that. Oops. Well, okay. Went ahead and hooked up the voltmeter. Of course, we got 0 volts now. According to the instructions, I should turn the fuel gauge on here. Take the choke, put it in the choke position, and got everything hooked up. Let's go ahead and give her a crank and see what she does. Wow. Well, that was easy. That's actually pretty quiet. There's our voltage. Whether you can see that or not. 125 volts. A little bit high, but that's under no load. Here it shows 120 volts. Let's see what the frequency is. Well, not bad, pretty stable actually. About 61 hertz, 62 hertz. step back a little bit. And that's about 10 feet away. It's about 15 feet away. That's actually with the open deal, so it's actually amplifying it. It runs really quiet, actually. It's not bad at all. Well, let me pause this and I'm gonna go get a load put on it. Well, let's see, this is that's only 600 watts, but let's see what it does whenever I turn it on. Boy, it doesn't even speed it up or slow it down. Look at the frequency. Working just fine. Here's where you add the oil. It was a little bit of a pain to add oil in it, but no biggie. Got a fuel gauge on top. I didn't add enough fuel to really make a difference on the meter anyway, or on the gauge. I try to give you a walk around the whole thing. It's actually pretty quiet. Well, hopefully anybody that's looking to purchase one of this will kind of give them a little help. It's not re-detailed. Just kind of told you two pieces you got to take out. You got to add oil and you got to add gasoline. To go ahead. I'm going to shut the fuel off and let it run out of gas. I don't want to have gasoline sitting in the carburetor gumming it up. See how long it runs for. Was quite a while on what was in the bowl. And there we go. I ran the carburetor out of fuel so that it wouldn't sit in there and get old and gum up anything. But there you go. I'm sure that's a ventilation for the tank. Back to that. Turn that off. Well, you know what? I'm impressed. It definitely started. It's quiet. Seems to run really good. I don't see any issues. 600 watt load didn't even slow the engine down, which is to be expected considering it's 3000. So I only pulled about 6 amps on it. But anyway, hopefully, see if I can get a close up of the front panel here. Comes with 2 keys, like I said, an IR meter, output voltage. There's your circuit breakers, there's your DC and your 25 amp. There's your tabs for that. I think I'm going to take some wire tie and tie that up a little bit, just to pretty it up a little bit. But anyway, there's the Smarter Tools 3500 watt generator with electric start. Very impressed. I went ahead and prettied it up with a couple cable ties here. Got those wires all tied in there. Make it look a little nicer. Let's make it a little neater. Just thought I'd show that. All in all, it didn't get very warm either. Of course, I didn't run it that long. But anyway, I always like to put these out there because, you know, I love to go look at something before I purchase it from another person's view of actually having one on hand. And I looked out there and I could not find anything but the manufacturer view of it. So I thought it was kind of interesting. You know, I ought to actually give it a try as far as a pull start. Yeah, go ahead and my mind. I'd have to fill it back up with gas or fill the carburetor back up, and I'm sure it pulls just fine. That, and I bought it because it's electric start, so I like the electric start. That's why I intend on using it. Anyway, there you go.